What's up YouTube, Adebayo from theVfxdudes Nigeria. It's a lovely morning, afternoon, evening, anytime you're probably watching this, it's lovely. So you've seen yourself what we're gonna be creating today. Without further ado, let's get right into it after the intro. You might have come across situations where you need to change a text color in the middle of an animation, which means it's not actually a still image color. You need the color to transit cinematically from a particular color to another, if that makes sense to you. Alright, let's do this. Create a new composition layer. Rename it to whatever you feel like. I'll rename mine to Chameleon Text, like so. You know, we want to be organized. Now my resolution is at 1920 by 1080p, which is 16 by 9 aspect ratio. You can change the background color to whatever you feel like. In my own case, I'll leave it at the default color, which is black color. Click on OK, like so. Now let's create a new solid layer that will serve as our background. Right click here, go to new, and then click on solid, or you can just use the keyboard shortcut Ctrl+Y, like so. Rename this to background. Change the background to whatever you feel like. In my own case, I will leave it at the black color. Click on OK. OK. Now we need to create the text tool by going to the tab right here and clicking on the text tool, or you can just use the keyboard shortcut Ctrl+T. That way it's much faster. Now type in your text. I'll type in Chameleon in my own case. You want to make sure your text is aligned to the center, and you can align your text to the center by going here to the align tab right here, align it horizontally and vertically. If you can't find your own align tab here, you don't have to panic. Just go here to Windows and then click on the align button. Make sure the align is checked. Now let's change our text color by going here to character, changing the color to whatever you feel like. In my own case, I'll change it to the red color. This will be my color for the text. Now that our text is well centered and we've changed the color to what we feel like, you expand the text tool right here. You see this animate button here at the right side. Click on the little play icon, then go to fill color and then click on RGB. RGB simply means red, green and blue. Click on it. It gives you this option with range selector and fill color. Now change the fill color to whatever you like to use as a transiting color. In my own case, I'll change it to something like yellow. Click on the OK button, like so. Now expand the range selector, and we have here start, end and offset. If we start to push back on the start value gradually, we can see our text changing color, like so. But if we play this, it's still not activating the chameleon effect. So how do we do this? Yes, you guessed right. We are going to animate this. Make sure you are at the first frame of the composition. Then activate the stopwatch at the start here. Click on it. Now you want to make sure the start value is all the way down to 0. Like so. Move forward a little bit in the composition settings and then switch this up all the way to 100. If we play this now, we can see we have activated the chameleon color changing effect, but we are not done yet. Let's make this more interesting. Click on the little play icon here at the right side of the add button. Go to property, then click on opacity. Make sure you are at the first frame of the composition. Activate the opacity stopwatch. Turn this all the way down to 0, like so. Don't worry, our text is going nowhere. We're gonna fix this. Then move forward a little in the composition settings and then switch this up all the way down to 100. And then we have this pretty smooth chameleon changing text. You can make the animation faster by taking this forward in the composition a little bit. That's the keyframe. Now select all the keyframe, right click, go to keyframe assistant and then easy ease, or you can just use the keyboard shortcut F9, like so. Now select these two first keyframes, go to the graph editor here, and then you want to make sure you have the graph editor to be something like this. If your own graph does not look like this, just right click and make sure edit speed graph is checked. You want to do the graph editor for the boat animation like so. So you have something like this, yes. Now play your animation, and that's pretty it. Be sure to check out my other tutorials, short films, animations, and so many more using the description below. And that brings us to the end of the tutorial. If you find this helpful, click on the subscribe button and then turn on the bell notification icon so that you don't miss out on any content uploaded. And as always, remain productive.